Hello class, as you can see I'm not here today, so I hope the sub had you go and get your iPads, so you all should be ready. Now today, instead of our normal math lesson, we're going to be playing a game on the iPad. I know, so exciting. So we're going to be playing Math Duel, which is this icon here. It's on the third page of Math Apps on your iPads. Now this exercise is to help you with your mental math. And I know you're like, but we're in calculus, we can use calculators. Yes, but there will be a time when you don't have the calculator or you forget it at home and no one has one to give you. And I don't want you to panic when that happens. So we're going to work on mental math in this exercise, and it's going to be a lot of fun because it's a game, and I'm offering extra credit and a tournament on Tuesday. So let's click on the app and get started. When you click on the app, you'll come to this menu page. To begin the game, simply click on Begin Game, or any number of these colored squares up here. When you click on Begin Game, you'll come to this screen. Now at this point, I want you guys to either pair up or decide to play as a single player. If you decide to play as a single player, then you have a timed event, and you have to answer as many questions as you can before your bar runs out. If you're playing with two players, you'll simply turn the iPad, and each will have their own playing screen. So if you want to play with one player, click up here, and if you want to play with two players, click on this. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the two-player section, since I'm assuming most of you will be playing as pairs. So, you come to this screen, and this is your playing screen, so you see you have two screens, and you'll just turn the iPad sideways, and you guys can play. Now, for this one, you'd enter 7 as your answer. It'd appear up here, and then you click Enter, and the game would progress. As the game progresses, you'll notice that this bar here progressively gets more and more my color, because I'm playing purple and there's no one playing orange, so I'm winning every bout. So every time you win, your color goes farther over. For this one, I'd answer 11, so I click 1 twice, and I'd come up here, and I click Enter again. As you can see, I've been winning quite a few of these bouts, so my line is getting farther over than Orange's line. However, if Orange is winning, then his line would be farther over. Now, the more you win, the more your line inches over to your side. And the more the other person wins, the more their line goes over. So it ends up being a tug-of-war of who can answer questions faster and get their line to the very end. As you can see, my line of purple has made it all the way to the end, so I've won the game. And all these stars will come down on your side if you win the game and celebrate your success. And the game will roll over again, and you'll start a whole new level. And just like the first time, once you start typing stuff, the game begins. But before I have you go and play this game and let you loose, I want you to click on the settings button here, and we're going to mess with some things. So here we have the settings page, and as you can see, you can mess with a lot of things. You can mess with the color, so you can make it blue or green or darker purple or any number of colors. There's a whole bunch of them. Or you can add in new things to solve: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, some examples. Or how you choose the number of terms, which will increase how many you have up here. Before you get started, I want you to change a few things on the settings page. As you can see, I want you to check all of these to on. So you'll be doing addition, subtraction, even negative numbers, multiplication, and division. You are a calculus class. I do expect you to be able to do all this. I know your mental math may be a little shaky, and that's why I'm leaving the number of terms at 2. Now, if you want a greater challenge, you can slide this over and get 3 or even 4 terms to work with. And the farther you slide it over, the more difficult the terms become. Now, as you can see in the screen, whatever you do to your screen doesn't affect your opponent. So if you want to play with 3 terms, you can, and if they want to play with 2 terms, they also can. Now, what I do want you to change? So I want to change the largest possible number from 10 to 20. Again, you are a calculus class. I do believe you can add 13 plus 20. So slide that over, make sure it's done. I'm having my sub come around and check those, okay? Once you're done messing with all the settings, you can come back to the game board and start playing. As you can see, I changed the color, so I have green and slightly bluish green. Really pretty, lots of hues available to you. Now I want you to practice this. And if I'm not here tomorrow, I want you to practice it again, because on Tuesday next week, hopefully I'll be better by then, we're going to have a tournament. So we're going to put you up against each other in pairs, much like this setting right now, and whoever wins gets to move on to the next person. The ultimate winner gets to borrow a book from my bookshelf, which is a big honor, whichever one you want, and a candy bar of your choosing. So I expect you to practice this and be very well versed in this app by the time I get back. And I hope to see you on Tuesday, all ready to go for our tournament. So enjoy the app, and I'll see you Tuesday.